Hi, yogis. Thank you for joining me today for your practice. For today's practice, we're going to need a strap or a band or a towel would work just fine if that's what you have. Just something that we'll be able to hold between our hands so that we can get some good shoulder mobility going on in today's practice. So if you can, come to a comfortable seated shape. If you can sit on the knees, that is great. If not, you can sit crisscross or whatever works for you. We're just going to bring the palms to the lap, and you can settle the gaze just in front of you or close down the eyes if that feels okay. And just take a moment here to settle into your practice. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Let's do 2 more big breath in. Big breath out. And last one, big breath in. Big breath out. Just allow the breath to return to normal. Taking a moment here to just check in with the body, to check in with your energy level for today. Maybe setting intention to honor whatever that is, whatever energy level you have, honoring that for today. Let's just take one more moment here. And then you can allow the eyes to slowly flicker open. Just take a big breath in, arms coming overhead, crossing the left wrist, and then leaning over to the right, so stretching through the left side body. Come back through center, grasp the opposite wrist, stretch the opposite way. Stretching through the side body. Coming back to center, bringing the palms down just in front of you. Coming onto the palms for just a moment. We're going to tuck the toes behind us so that we're sitting on the toes. So just tucking the toes, and then we'll sit the hips back on the heels. So this will be just stretching through the feet a little bit. And we're going to bring the right arm across, stretching through this right shoulder as we sit back on the toes. So today we're just going to move through a few shapes and postures, hoping to get a little mobility in the shoulders. Let's switch to the opposite side. So left arm across. Maybe working on some strength in the hips. Maybe a little balance challenge. So just move through some shapes today. So just a sense of curiosity as we experiment with our postures today. This could be playful and fun. And release the shoulders. Come on to the palms. Untuck the toes and just pedal the feet here. So it might feel good. It can be quite intense to stretch the toes and the bottoms of the feet. So just take a moment to pedal that out. Again, just sit back on the heels. You can leave the toes untucked. So just sitting back on the heels, we're going to grab the strap. Go ahead and unroll that. maybe double it up depending on your shoulder mobility. You're going to bring the arms wide and then just kind of bringing arms up and overhead and letting the strap kind of come to the back side of the body and then bringing it back forward. So this is just kind of flossing through the shoulder joints. You can bring the arms as wide as you need to. If you have more shoulder flexibility, you may be able to bring the hands in closer. All of our bodies are different. I heard a quote recently that was, "Your body is your home. Decorate it with good habits, positive thoughts, and as much self-love as possible." So let's be sure we are giving our shoulders some love today. Okay, let's do one more each way. And you can just take the strap and set it to the side. Maybe set it near the top of the mat because you're going to need it again later. We're going to come towards our tabletop position. So bringing the palms directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. We're going to lengthen the right arm long, left leg long. Contract here, strong through the core, contracting the abs. Big breath in. And then on our exhale, we're going to see if we can curl the elbow towards the knee, keeping everything strong. And then extending, inhale. And contract, exhale. Extend. And contract. Extend. And contract. Inhale, extend. And this time stay in the extension. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Drop the right palm, leave the left leg extended. Hover it out to the side, landing the foot alongside the mat. So coming into our gate pose. And just rocking back and forth here. Feeling a stretch through the inner thigh. Good, come back to center. Press through the palms, so really strong in the shoulders, strong in the core here. We're going to see if, just a little experiment, see if we can lift the left foot off the mat and then hover it around back behind us and then kiss the ball of the foot diagonally behind us. Hover it back up and over, back out to the side. Let's do that 2 more times. Trying to stay strong through the core. Trying not to move around as much as possible. And definitely trying not to dump into our right elbow. Kiss the ball of the foot and hover back out to the side. And plant the left foot. And we're going to peel the right arm open to the sky. A little twist here. And then send the right arm underneath the left, landing right cheek on the mat. So you can bring the left arm behind the body. A little bind. You might leave the left arm where it is, or you may bring the left palm back to the mat. So we're going to try a little challenge here with the left leg again. We're going to see if we can hover the left leg and bring it back behind us and kiss the ball of the foot while we are stretching through the shoulder. And bring it back and land the left foot. Whew, that's tough. Press through the left palm, peel the right arm open. Stretching, twisting, and then landing the right palm. Bringing the left knee in. And we'll go the opposite way. So extending left arm, right leg. Strong in the core. Inhale. Exhale, curl the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Extend. Contract. 2 more. Extend. Contract. Last one. Extend. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Land the left palm. Hover the right foot out towards the side, planting the foot, gate pose, and just rock back and forth. Good. Pause here in center, and then we're going to see if we can peel the right leg off the mat, hover the right foot behind us, kissing the ball of the foot diagonally to our left, picking that leg back up, hovering it back out to the right. Let's do 2 more times. Trying to stay as still as possible through the core. Trying not to dump into either of our elbows. And last one. Good. Land the right foot. Peel the left arm open to the sky. Twist. Send the left arm underneath the right, landing left cheek. Stretching through the shoulder. Maybe taking the right arm behind us. A little bind. You could try leaving the right palm where it is, or bring the right palm back to the mat. Hover the right leg and see if we can bring it behind us. Kissing the ball of the foot. And then hovering the right leg back out to the side. Whew. Pressing through the right palm. Peeling the left arm open. Landing the left palm on the mat. Bringing the right knee in. Good. Let's sit the hips back. You can bring the knees wide. Send the chest towards the mat. Forehead comes towards the mat to child's pose. Just a brief moment of rest here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's rise back up to tabletop. Tuck the toes and send the hips up and back to downward facing dog. And take any movements here that feel good. You may pedal each foot towards the mat, each heel towards the mat. You may nod the head no or shake the head. Releasing the neck. Again, start to walk the feet towards the hands. Coming towards our forward fold. Maybe grasping opposite elbows, hanging in ragdoll. Maybe sway from side to side. Whatever feels good here. Okay, drop the palms towards the mat. Go ahead and grab the strap on the way up, because we're going to need it when we get to the top. We're going to roll all the way up to mountain pose. Arms alongside the body. And the strap or towel can just be in one hand. Just taking a moment here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Let's unwind the strap. I have mine doubled. Bringing the arms wide again. So about, if you do any weightlifting, this is like your snatch grip. Then we're going to step back with the left foot coming into a high lunge and floss through the shoulders again. So bringing the strap to the back body and to the front. Good. Pausing at the top. We're going to twist to the right. And back to center, twist to the left. Come back to center. Drop the back heel. We're going to bring the foot in just a slight amount. Extend the front leg. So we're coming towards a pyramid. We're going to hinge forward, but we're not going to go all the way towards the ground. We're going to stop about parallel to the ground with the torso parallel to the ground. So hinging forward. And then we're going to see if we can twist towards the right here. And torso to the ground, twist to the left. And back to center. And then seeing if our right foot can hold our weight, we're going to kick off the back foot coming into Warrior 3. Arms still extended overhead for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's raise the torso up, leave the left foot hovering, bringing left ankle across right thigh, sending the hips down, coming into figure 4, standing pigeon. And then we're going to weave in a little movement here as well. So extending the right leg, leaving left leg hovering. We're going to swing our back behind us, kissing the left ball of the foot, sinking the hips down, a little Shiva squat or curtsy squat. Rising back up, hovering the foot, coming back, pigeon, sinking hips down. Good. We'll move through those 2 shapes. Shiva squat, standing pigeon, 3 times. So 1 more. Shiva squat, standing pigeon. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Raise the torso up, hover the left foot, step back to a lunge. Okay, you can fold forward with the torso. You can drop the strap just in front of you, plant the left palm, feel the right arm open to a dragonfly. Land the right palm on the outside of the right foot. Send the right foot back to meet the left. Plank. And then shift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Two more big breaths in and out here. I'm just taking a moment to notice the difference between the right side and the left. Your right booty cheek may be on fire. Mine is. Okay, let's start to walk the feet forward. Coming towards our forward fold. Grasping opposite elbows, hanging in ragdoll here. Maybe swaying. Okay, dropping the palms to the mat, grabbing the strap, rolling up to mountain. And then we're going to go the opposite way. So strap in hands, arms are wide. Step back right foot into our high lunge and start to floss through the shoulders. Bringing the strap behind the body and in front of the body. Good, bringing the arms overhead, stretching to or twisting to the left. And then coming back to center, twist to the right. Back to center, drop the back foot, shorten the stance a little, straighten the front leg. Hinge forward to our little half pyramid here. twist towards the right, back to center, twist towards the left. Woohoo! It's a little tight on this side. And back to center. See if we can kick off the back foot, raising up to our warrior three. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Raise the torso up, leave the right foot hovering. We're going to bring the right ankle across the left thigh, send the hips down, standing pigeon. And then we're going to move through our Shiva squat pigeon sequence here. So raising the torso up, straightening the leg, hovering the right foot behind us, kissing the ball of the right foot, and kissing the right knee, Shiva squat. Hovering back up, crossing the leg, sending the hips down, pigeon. And moving through this 2 more times, coming back to our Shiva squat. Hovering the foot, back to pigeon. And 1 more Shiva squat. And back to standing pigeon. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Raise the torso up, hover the right foot back, and step back to lunge. Good hinge forward. You can drop the strap at the top of the mat. Plant the right palm, peel the left arm open. Gaze towards the ceiling or sky, dragonfly. Windmill the left palm down toward the outside edge of the left foot. Step back to plank. We're going to hold here in plank, picking right foot off the mat. Bend the right knee. Bring the right knee in towards the nose. Contract. Extend the right leg. Bring the right knee towards right elbow. And extend. And then bring the right knee in towards the left elbow, across the body. And extend. Land the right foot. Pick the left foot off the mat. Bend the left knee to nose, contract. Extend. Left knee, left elbow. In. And extend. Left knee in towards right elbow, across the body. And extend. And drop the left knee down. Good. Step the left foot out to the outside edge of the left palm. Right foot outside the right palm. Sink the hips down. Raise the torso up. Palms together. Yogi squat, Malasana. Big breath in. Big breath out. If crow is in your practice and you want to try crow pose here, this is a good opportunity always to try a crow. Add that in if you feel like it today. I'm going to hang out in my yogi squat today. If you need instruction on crow, I have a different video on crow pose that you can check out and learn some baby steps towards a crow. Let's bring the palms to the mat and bring them behind me. Come down onto the bottom and roll down onto the back body. We'll do a few more ab conditioning movements. So bringing the legs long, bringing the arms overhead. We're going to come into a hollow body hold. So we're going to press the low back into the mat, bring the heels and the arms off the mat at the same time. So contracting the abs, pressing the low back into the mat, and feet come up, arms come up. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower everything down. Good, just resting for a moment. We're going to do that 2 more times. Let's get ready. Contract the abs, low back, pressed into the mat. Feet come up, arms come up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. Good. It's your rest. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out. And we're going to do that one more time, pressing low back into the mat. Strong through the core, arms overhead, coming off the mat. Shoulders come off, feet come off, holding 5, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. I was hoping to count from 5, but I realized I was supposed to count from 10. So, all right. Bringing the palms to the mat beside the hips, pressing through the palms and the elbows, raising the torso up. We're going to come to a seated shape. The legs can be long in front of you. Long towards the top of the mat is fine. I just wanted to turn this way so that you could see. And the legs are going to be long out in front. We're going to point the toes and work through a few little compression drills here. So this will help with like coming into crow pose or other arm balances or handstands or things like that. Thinking about compressing our abdominals, our chest towards our legs. So this will help with strengthening those muscles. So we're going to bring the fingertips to tent just on either side of the knees. Everything is going to be sitting up tall and contracted. So chest in, abs tight, toes are pointed, thighs are engaged. We're going to bring the right knee in, up, and down. In, up, and down. Trying not to wiggle back and forth like this. Trying to stay tight, stay strong. And one more. Good. We'll do the left side. In, up, down. In, up, down. 4 and 5. Good. Shake them out. We're going to try both legs at the same time. It's a little tougher. It's a little harder not to wobble back and forth. We're going to try our best just to stay chest up, but in and strong and tighten the core. Here we go. Everything tight. We're going to go in, up, down, in, up, down, in, up, down, in, up, down. One more. In, up, down. Whew. Good job. Check them out. Maybe bang on the thighs a little bit. And we're going to roll over onto the belly, coming into our Sphinx pose. Just kind of Sphinx pose. Resting on the elbows. Just kind of stretching through the abdominals here. Just taking a breath. It's a good rest pose after we do a bunch of ab conditioning or ab strengthening poses. It's nice to just take a moment in this shape. Let's come down onto the belly, but leave the palms right underneath the shoulders. We're going to press through the palms, press through tabletop, tuck the toes and send the hips up and back to downward facing dog. We'll inhale, bring the right leg to the sky. Bend the right knee, bring the right knee towards the right wrist, landing the shin across the width of the mat, dropping the back knee, untucking the toes, sitting up tall. Big in-breath. And then start to walk the hands forward, folding forward into whatever degree is good for you for your pigeon today. Remember, we're honoring our body, honoring our energy, honoring how we feel. Showing ourselves as much self-love as possible. Staying with our practice, creating good habits. Let's take one more breath here. Start to bring the palms to the mat, press to the palms, raise the torso up, tuck the back toes, send the right foot back to meet the left, and shift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. And we'll go the opposite way. So sending left leg to the sky, big inhale. Bend the left knee, start to bring the left knee towards the left wrist, landing the shin on the mat. Dropping the back knee down and tucking the toes, big in-breath. And exhale, start to fold forward. Resting in a pigeon. Remembering to breathe here, remembering that with each exhale, we can just release a little more tension from the body, tension from the hip. We did a lot of work on our hips today with the pigeons and Shiva squats and those challenges, the balancing challenges, always is a lot on the glutes. So just taking a moment here to relax some of that energy. You'll start to bring the palms to the mat, press through the palms, raise the torso up. We're just going to roll onto the left hip, swing the right leg around, bringing the legs out in front. I'm going to shift this way. You can stay with your feet towards the top of the mat. We're going to come towards a forward fold. You can just start to fold forward here, but I have really been loving bringing my feet just a little bit wider. It kind of gives a place for my chest to go, a place for my belly to go, and bending my knees in. So I'm landing my chest on my thighs, grasping the outside edges of my feet. And then from here, I can start to just think about moving my feet forward as I hinge forward. So this kind of just helps me get into the pose a little bit more than just trying to fold straight forward. But all of our bodies are different. We all fit our bodies differently. Our bodies all fit in these different shapes in different ways. So whatever works for you, just do that. I'm going to start to walk the fingertips back, raising the chest up. We'll send the left leg wide. Bring the right foot in. So this little half butterfly here. And we're going to Inhale the right arm over towards the foot. So we're stretching like through the side body here, over towards the left leg. And then maybe just see what it feels like to change the shape of this just a little bit. Bringing the torso to face the left leg and folding towards the leg. And just noticing how that feels differently in the body. And then bringing the palm, so it's on the outside edge of the leg, bringing the left palm in, or left forearm in. Maybe you just start to floss between the two. So facing the leg, and then moving towards the side, gazing under the arm. Facing the leg, gazing under the right arm. Just noticing how that might feel. Let's do one more of each. And then press through the left palm, raising the right arm open. And we'll go the opposite way. So bringing the left leg in, right leg long, snuggling the left foot into the right thigh. Left arm comes overhead, hinging over, side stretch towards the right leg. One side might be tighter than the other. I feel like that's always the case for me. I've always got one side doing different things than the other side. It's totally normal. Let's change the direction of this, facing the right leg, hinging over the leg, and just seeing how that feels different than stretching through the side body. And then we'll move through those two shapes. So bringing the right arm in, so the forearm is kind of in the middle, pressing the palm down. Left palm can be reaching towards the ankle or the shin or wherever it lands. It doesn't quite reach my foot on this side. And we'll just floss between the two. So gazing under the left arm and then facing the right knee. And just seeing how that feels to move between those two shapes. Let's do one more of each. Good, and then raising the left arm up and back over. Good, bringing the right foot in as well. We're going to roll down onto the back body, bringing the knees into the chest with us as we roll down, bringing the feet up, grasping the outside edges of the feet, bringing the knees in towards the armpits and just rocking back and forth here. A little happy baby. And taking any final shapes here that feel good to you to finish out your practice before we move to a short and sweet Shavasana. And then whenever you're ready, sending each leg long Towards the end of the mat, letting the feet be floppy. Arms can come alongside the body. Palms facing up. Closing down the eyes if that feels okay. And connecting back in with the body, back in with the breath. And just resting here for a few moments. Letting everything you've done settle. And integrate into the body. Just begin to bring some awareness back into the body. Maybe wiggling the fingers and toes. Or rolling the wrists and ankles. Next, in breath, sending the arms up and overhead, stretching through the whole body, fingertips to toes. Bringing the knees into the chest, giving the body a little hug. Maybe rocking from side to side. And making your way over to your favorite side. And then slowly and gently pressing through the palms, making your way back up to a comfortable seated shape. Take a big breath in together, bringing our palms overhead, bringing the palms together and down into heart center. Remembering your body is your home. Decorate it with good habits, positive thoughts, and as much self-love as possible. Thank you for joining me today, yogis. The light in me sees and honors the light in you.